I used to be ashamed of where I came from financially. That shame was keeping me poor. For years, I carried this quiet shame about my background, where I came from, what my family had or didn't have, and I didn't realize until much later that that shame was one of the most expensive things I owned. It showed up in ways I didn't immediately connect to money. I would deflect when conversations about background came up. I would overcompensate with spending, buying things that signaled a version of me that felt safer than the real one. I avoided financial conversations because they felt like they might expose something I wasn't ready for people to see. Shame makes you hide, and hiding is expensive. When you are ashamed of your financial background, you don't talk about money openly, which means you don't learn from others. You don't ask questions, which means you stay ignorant longer than you need to. You spend to cover the story, which means you drain the very resources you need to actually change it. And you don't fully commit to building because somewhere underneath, you don't believe someone from where you came from gets to have a different ending. That last one is the most destructive. The subconscious belief that wealth is for other people. People from different families, different postcodes, different starting points. And you, with your specific history, your specific background, your specific inherited struggle, you are somehow not the kind of person this works out for. I had to dismantle that belief piece by piece. And it started with something simple: telling the truth about where I came from. Not performing it for sympathy, not hiding it out of shame, just owning it as the beginning of a story that was still being written. Your background is not your destiny, but your shame about it might be if you let it run unchecked. Because shame keeps you small. And small is the one thing you cannot afford to stay if you are serious about changing your financial story. Where you started is not the point. What you decide to do with the awareness you now have, that is the only thing that matters from here. If you have been carrying this, you are not alone and you are not stuck. Drop a comment. Share this with someone who needs to hear it. And follow, because this is the kind of conversation that actually changes things.